Home, Chapter 4, a Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction written and narrated by Mira Rose. Artwork provided by XAA on Tumblr. You can find a link to the artist's Tumblr in the description box. If you haven't already, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel while hitting the bell to stay up to date on the latest parts of your favorite fanfiction. And if you haven't already, make sure you listen to the first 3 chapters of this story. Now then, Home, Chapter 4. Adrian stared at himself in his school's bathroom mirror, trying to calm himself down. He'd gotten to class early, and when Marinette walked in, his heart did a little flutter thing. His heart wasn't supposed to do a little flutter thing when she walked in.
"Why are we here?"
Plag asked, still snuggled in the school bag.
"Are we here for a cheese break?"
Adrian didn't give an answer, sighing at his reflection before splashing water on his face. It's because she's Dupang Chang and slowly becoming his family. Yeah, she's family, but also just a friend. Yeah, he had to act like friends, and that's why his heart fluttered. It was because he wanted to talk to her like they were at home, but she didn't have the same relationship with him as she did with Cat Noir.
"Adrian!"
Nino called out when he slid into his seat.
"Yes?"
Adrian turned to see his best friend sitting on the tabletop behind him, chatting away with the girls. "Marinette's having a friend make dinner with her tonight," Alia piped up, "and she's invited us to join. You coming?" She'd mentioned inviting some friends yesterday and asked Cat to be there as well. For once, he was glad for his father's strictness. Trying to be both Cat and Adrian at an intimate dinner party would prove to be tough. "Sorry." He made a "what can you do" shrug at the group. "I have plans with Father." Alia narrowed her eyes. "A shame. Some of us were looking forward to seeing you there. Some of us were looking forward to seeing you there." "Have fun with whatever you're..." Marinette began, cut off when the teacher walked in the room. The rest of the day progressed smoothly, and Adrian was grateful for the girls' chatter behind him. They were making homemade egg noodle pasta with some kind of coconut milk lemon sauce and spinach. He tried looking up the recipe on his own and couldn't find it, but at least he'd be able to brush up on how to make egg noodles with YouTube before showing up with a mask. "Okay, Byron Talbot, don't fail your faithful subscriber now." Well, okay, he wasn't a faithful subscriber. In fact, Adrian subscribed to over 20 cooking channels over the last 24 hours, so his faith was easily bought at this point. He decided to make his entrance at the Dupang Chang residence the same way he'd left to get pie the previous evening. Through the window. The window that Marinette happened to cross in front of as he barreled through. "Whack!" she exclaimed, his body pinning hers as they tumbled to the floor. "Sorry," Cat apologized, trying to sit up and get off her in a way that wouldn't make this any more awkward. Nino ended up grabbing his shoulder and guiding him upright.
"That was quite an entrance, dude," he said. "Thanks for the assist."
Cat turned to Marinette.
"To you as well."
"At least this incident isn't because I'm the klutz in the room this time," Marinette joked, using the chair beside her to stand up. "Oh, no. Did she get hurt?" Cat sighed in relief when he saw she could put all of her weight on both legs. Good. He hadn't messed up after all. He didn't want to know how his heart would react if he wasn't allowed back here. Next time, he'd enter using the door. Lesson learned. I wouldn't say there isn't a klutz in this room, though, Alia said, nodding her chin at the floor with a grin. Kat's heart dropped when he saw what she meant. The eggs. Marinette must have been carrying them when he launched in and dropped them during impact, because now they may as well be a Picasso painting, a mix of abstract shapes and colors. Oh no, Alia. Looks like somebody's going to need more eggs, Nino said, slinging his arm around her shoulder. Yes, I agree, Alia said, nodding her head as she brought her hands to her face like she was witnessing a catastrophe. I say we send these two rascals out to get them together.
Yes, a wonderful idea. This is why I date you. You're too smart for me, bae.
Marinette's hands held up her face as she groaned. Is going shopping with me truly such a bad sentence? Kat asked, ears drooping as he anticipated an answer he wouldn't like. He's the one who caused the trouble, after all. He wouldn't blame Marinette for not wanting to shop with him. It looked like she had eggshells in her hair as well. Oops. Alia wants to think of herself as sneaky, but it's not happening. Marinette sighed. Come on, let's go. Sneaky? What was sneaky about her proposition? Was he missing something? Ugh, whatever. Kat followed her down and out, relieved Marinette didn't seem to be angry or upset. If that happened with Father? Yeah, he wouldn't have left the house for a month if that were to happen.
So, what's the difference between white and brown eggs?
He asked, trying to break the silence. Nutritionally? None, Marinette said, checking her phone. But brown are more expensive because of multiple urban myths.
Such as?
The organic movement, false claims that they're healthier or cook more evenly. Things like that.
Huh. But it's not true?
Yes, as long as you aren't reading an article that's organic propaganda.
I thought you were going to say vegan for a moment.
Why would a vegan be eating eggs?
That's why I didn't actually say it as a question.
They were at the corner market now, with curious eyes and cameras filming their every move. It felt surreal, despite it being a normal occurrence when he didn't have a mask on. White eggs, princess? He asked, checking the prices between the white and the brown. The white ones will do just fine. She threw in some Gouda slices and camembert into the basket as well. For your little one, she winked, noticing the crease between his eyebrows from her actions. He smiled, happy she was thinking of Plag. That was nice of her. It was nice of her to think of his Kwame. Wait. How did she know his Kwame liked camembert? The realization froze him, and he felt a cold sweat prickling at his skin inside the leather. Oh, wait. Marinette was multi-mouse. Yeah, multi-mouse. That's why she knew about his Kwame and cheese. He tried to calm his heartbeat. Was he relieved? Or disappointed? Which one did he want to be? Oh, whatever. Don't think about it, Cat Noir. You finally have a place to go home when you need it. Don't squander that by overthinking. Yeah, don't overthink. Just buy the eggs and go home. They checked out with casual conversations, as though he wasn't having a critical internal debate. He knew he'd get some teasing when he got back to Nino and Alia, but it somehow felt natural. Was it because they fought by his side in the past? Ugh, whatever. He'd go back, endure the teasing while secretly enjoying it, and hopefully make some stellar pasta together. Okay, yeah. Time to go home. Thank you so much for listening. Chapter 5 is on the way. In the meantime, you can check out more Miraculous Ladybug fanfiction by clicking on these videos or playlists. I'll catch you in the next one!